Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2016 mid-month readings. I am still using my oh so beloved Gilded Tarot deck, and even though we are looking at the last half of the month, more or less, rather than the month entire, I'm still going to be using the same 8 card spread, which I normally use at the beginning of the month, 2 cards for each week with an additional ninth card to represent your overall energy and feeling over the reading. And I am recording this particular video on the 9th, so it's more about the last 2 or 3 weeks of June. So, but anyway, the same 9 card spread. These are general readings, so they, of course, will not apply or resonate predictively the same for everyone who watches because there's so many of you watching coming from such different and diverse backgrounds and stories and lives of your own. So don't forget to check your rising and your moon sign as well. I always do when I follow different readings every month, both at the beginning and mid-month, because I often, not always, but I often find that my sun sign resonates a little deeper for me in matters of business, career, and public or surface matters. And my rising sign, I find often resonates more predictably for me in matters of personal relationships. And that my moon sign, typically I relate to on matters of spirituality and my deepest, innermost feelings and fears and issues. Not always, but a lot of times I find that to be the case. And there will also be some months and some readings where you may find that the readers you normally watch and follow don't always hit the mark for you, and other people may. Um, there's some very good readers out on YouTube, so shop around and find the ones that you relate to the most. It's really all about you finding everything that you need to get a clear a picture of the time ahead as possible so that you can plan accordingly. Forewarned is forearmed also, and we often get a chance to sometimes uh, reverse cards or turn around cards that are reversed depending on the energies of them. And for those of you who include me in the group of readers that you normally follow, my thanks and appreciation and gratitude for your love and feedback and support. And as I always say, please keep the comments coming. I don't, of course, always have time to respond to them. Individually, but I do read all of them. And I love hearing how the readings predictively play out for people, sometimes eerily specific. So please keep posting those on both my channel and the ones you send via email. And thank you so much for taking the time to write the feedback. And thank you, always a special thank you for those of you who reach out for personal one-on-one readings. It's an honor and a pleasure to be able to read for you. And thank you for that momentary place in your life and the trust that you put in me to read and interpret and intuit the cards for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage. That'll give you a little more information about me, the services I offer, and my contact information. And you can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I do readings full time, so I'm pretty good at getting back with you swiftly and getting readings scheduled as soon as possible. Current turnaround time is really anywhere from 1 to 4 or 5 days, but almost always within a week. I would be delighted to work with you. I love giving one-on-one readings. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. So let's get right into this. This reading is for Leo for June 2016 mid-month. Leo, June 2016 mid-month. Fiery, feisty lions. Our lovely zodiac kitty cat. What does the beautiful summer month of June have in the remaining few weeks for Leos? The fire sign, the sun child. Leo, show me the energies of Leo for June 2016, mid-month. Leo, June 2016, mid-month. Okay. We begin with the Page of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Wands, the Three of Wands, followed by the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, followed by the Page of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles, followed by Temperance. And from the bottom of the deck, the card representing your overall energy and feeling over the reading, we have the Three of Cups as your crowning card. Looks like a pretty good month of growth, planning ahead for the future. Looks like you have some good support here and guidance to letting go or opening up a little. Let's just take a deeper look, Leo, and see what comes through. I love that your overall crowning card is the Three of Cups, card of celebration. Let's start with that one. So we find ourselves roughly around the middle of June 2016, time being fluid, and I am actually recording this on the 9th or 10th. Your crowning card, the energy and feeling overall for the remainder of June 2016, Leo, is the Three of Cups, the card of celebration. I love to see this as your crowning card. So the Suit of Cups is governed by the element of water. So it's all about that watery, mercurial, fluid world of emotions and feelings. The Suit of Cups can also represent love and relationships, how we are in our relationships with people in the world around us. The Three of Cups is a celebration card. I've often heard it referred to as the party card, and there is that element of social fun, but of course it does have a deeper meaning and significance. It's about taking time to enjoy all the blessings, to notice, appreciate, and give gratitude for all the blessings in our life, both the small ones and the big time and the big ones. It's also about spending time with people in whose company you feel very good, very relaxed, very authentic. um, there is a strong social theme to this. So for the remainder of June, Leo, you could be going out and having a good time, socializing quite a bit, dancing, drinking, spending time with people that you feel really good around, good friends, good company. This is a card of celebration. So some of you may be celebrating something in June. This is one of the traditional months for graduation as well. So some of you out there are going to be graduating or coming to the close of a course of education or study of some kind. So a great card to have is your crowning energy. So we begin with the bulk of the reading with the Page of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Wands. Now, some of you are going to be graduating this month or completing a course of studies this month, and that's one of the causes of celebration because we do have this Page of Pentacles. Pages can have a very student apprenticeship feeling about them, of learning, of being on a new path as well. And it is accompanied by the Ace of Wands, so it can represent for some of you um, coming to the end of a course of study. So you're beginning a new path of something, maybe beginning a new career or beginning a different path or a path of expansion in an already established career or job path. Pages can represent children or young people in your life, but they typically represent messages, messengers, and the Page of Pentacles would represent typically a message or messages coming via communication by mail. Although we live in a technologically savvy age now, so it could be email, text, phone, snail mail, as they call it. But it does represent receiving messages. So the Page of Pentacles, pages. This could represent an actual person bringing a message to you as well. And if so, it could be somebody who's an earth sign, since Pentacles is governed by the element of earth, and that would be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. So it's all about things in our earthly plane, the earthly material, tangible world. And often Pentacles points and represents things like money, finances, job, career, assets, property, physical, tangible things we can see and touch and feel. On this Page of Pentacles, all of the pages are kind of have that young, youthful energy. Pages, when you consider what pages were in the medieval world, they were usually employed by kings and queens or people of royalty. And they were usually came from well-to-do families. They were educated young people, and they were typically on a path of learning. And they were often used as couriers or to the giving and receiving of messages. The energy of the pages are endlessly curious, full of exuberant, enthusiastic energy. But the Page of Pentacles, out of all of the four pages, is the most steady and reliable. This is not a fly by night sort of person. This is a page who's very loyal and will see things through to the end. He's the page of the suit of Pentacles too. So this could also represent for some of you, Leo, coming to just being at the place where you're coming to a deeper understanding and a deeper awareness and knowledge and practice of things in your material world, and that could be actual money or finances. Coming to a better understanding of how to manage your money, receiving different ideas, ways of managing your money, being at kind of the beginning of the process of becoming more responsible, just in how you navigate your day-to-day life. But it could also be, this card could also represent somebody coming to you with a message about something to do in your tangible world. Is that, and as I'm actually looking through the rest of your spread, I think this is going to resonate. I'm getting the strongest energy towards something to do with job or career path of some kind. Secondarily, for some of you, it's going to be about relationship, but I'm getting the strongest energy about job, career path. Something like that. Page of Pentacles is accompanied by the Ace of Wands. So Wands is a suit that's governed by the element of fire and air. Very dynamic combination, and the suit of Wands is a very dynamic suit. It's all about change, movement, action, power. The suit of Wands is all about the manifesting energy. It's all about taking an idea and actually beginning to put action behind it so you can actually manifest what it's meant to be. Pages, in terms of the court suits, pages are the ones that deliver messages, come with the messages. They birth the idea, they conceive the idea, and then it's kind of handed off to knights who begin to put action and manifest energy behind that. And the Ace of Wands would represent, for some of you, this is going to represent a message, Leo, that you're getting about the beginning of a new path. For some of you, it's going to be an offer that sets you on a new path, a new job offer, something in your tangible material world. For some of you, I think maybe moving this month as well. But I'm just getting starting something new, new career path, something new in your financial structure, or moving ahead, getting a promotion or moving ahead in an already established job. This represents, aces represent the one, they represent beginnings, the seeds, the promise, and potential of something. Now, remember that aces are seeds, and seeds aren't going to do anything if you don't plant them and water them and fertilize them and nurture them so that they can grow to the beautiful manifestation of everything that's contained in that seed. Otherwise, they just fizzle out. The Ace of Wands could be represent an initial burst of energy, an initial burst of enthusiasm, an idea about something that starts you off on a path. And this is something that should be acted upon, particularly paired with the Page of Pentacles. This is actually a great combination, and it bodes really well for anybody who's considering a new career path, branching out in a career path you're already on, something established, because the Page of Pentacles, his energy is more solid, more stable, more reliable. He's going to see things through and follow the details. And this Ace of Wands will kind of help to fire him up. This is the enthusiasm and the manifesting energy of this on this new path. So it looks like probably around the second week of June, Leo, at the time that I'm recording this video, you are set to begin some new path. And again, I feel like for a lot of you, it's within career or job. For some of you, this is going to also represent some artistic projects or artistic endeavors as well, because the Suit of Wands also governs over careers, artistic endeavors, art projects, and that can, of course, art can cover a multitude of things, from actual, you know, paints to music to everything that falls under that umbrella. But it looks like new beginnings. And I feel too that where you are on this path, Leo, you are kind of, it feels like you're still in this stage where you're kind of beginning yourself. You may not be starting out completely from scratch, but it feels like there's just a whole beautiful, bright path in front of you and a lot to learn and a lot to assimilate. But that manifesting the energy of the Page of Pentacles will see this through. Otherwise, the energy from this Ace of Wands could be like this great idea, this great enthusiasm that just gets kind of scattered and goes all over the place. But the energy of the Page of Pentacles is to, to get the job done. It's a great combination of cards. And actually, you also have like the Three of Wands and Temperance in this reading too, which speaks really well for, again, a push forward in a career path or an expansion of some direction of your life, but still keeping everything balanced. It looks like just a great, it feels a little scattered to me now, so I think balance is going to be key for you, but it feels like, again, great. It's expansion and growth, which is interesting. I just got a very similar reading for this for, was it Taurus or Pisces, about expansion and growth for the remainder of June. Looks really good for you. New beginnings. So right next to that, we have another pretty exciting and energetic combination. We have the Three of Wands paired with the Queen of Wands. Wands energy, all about manifesting. It's like you hit this new idea or this message that sent you off. A door is open for you somewhere around the second, maybe the second week of June, and it's off and running in this new direction, this new path. The Three of Wands is also a card about expansion and growth. Now, the Suit of Wands is a very action-oriented suit, but of all the cards in the Suit of Wands, the Three of Wands can be the most passive because it's more a card of gestation and waiting and planning. It's a card of expansion and growth, of looking forward to your future and of planning for that future. And it also speaks of having done all your homework, done all your research. He has invested everything that he can into this ship. He's sent it off, and now he's waiting to see what the outcome is, what the ship is going to be carrying on it when it returns. It's a great card in the upright position. It speaks of looking forward to the future, planning, and building. But it also has the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands surrounding it. So it's all about putting action behind that as well. And again, it's very forward moving. The image I have in my head for you for the rest of June, Leo, it's almost as if, again, a door has been opened and it's a whole new vista, or it's a new expansion on a path you've already been treading. And it looks really beautiful. The key this month is to maintain practical approach and energy about building, but still being fired up and driven by that creative manifesting energy of the Suit of Wands. So the Three of Wands is all about looking towards that future. There's a bit of a wanderlust kind of explorer sort of feeling to the Three of Wands too, but again, it's all about the future, going into the future. What does the future hold? There seems to be a lot of excitement and enthusiasm about it that I'm actually feeling right now while I'm kind of channeling the energy off of these cards. Very bright and hopeful. Again, celebration. Some of you are going to be graduating, and of course, your next thought is you're turning an eye to the future. Where do I go from here? How do I build on all this work that I've just done? How do I actually grow this and nurture this so that it can grow to its full and proper manifestation? Because that Three of Wands is accompanied by the Queen of Wands. So, like I was saying before, in terms of how the court cards play out, the pages, they conceive the ideas, they kind of birth the ideas. It starts with them. And then the knights take that idea and they put the action behind it to begin to manifest that idea and to make it, to put the energy into making it reality. And then the queens take that, and they are the ones, they have more of that feminine energy, which is all about nurturing. They take what the knight has put behind it and they refine it. They give it the nurturing energy, the food, the water, the sustenance, to see it actually still begin to bloom and to grow from what that seed contained, the potential that seed, that idea contained, into what it's meant to be. They nurture it, grow it, sustain it, and then the kings come in and put kind of like those final touches. Did you get this detail covered? And the queens and kings kind of work in conjunction with each other because they're just the gender counterpoints of each other and equals, to bring it all together. So the Queen of Wands is all about And I see this as your energy, Leo, because it's wands, it's fire, and you are a fire sign. This could also represent another actual person in your sphere who's helping you with this, which could be another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or secondarily air, which is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But I'm feeling it primarily as your energy. And paired with the Three of Wands, it's about you're looking towards the future. Okay, you start with this page idea, this Ace of Wands, this new idea, this new beginning, this door that's open that you're walking through, and now you're filled with visions of the future. Okay, so how can I actually make this reality? How can I manifest this? And then the energies of the Queen of Wands comes in. She's all about feeding it, growing it, sustaining it, putting the action behind it. Her energy is it's the energy of wands, of fire and air, enthusiastic, passionate. She's very inspiring. She's very good at getting people organized and helping them fire them up so they can get the job done. Uh, she sometimes runs into some trouble in compromising and negotiating because she has her own idea, her own way of doing things, and she often feels that that's the best way to do things. But she's a real go getter, very enthusiastic. People are drawn to her. She has kind of she's a very classy, passionate sort of lady, and she's always noticed, and people are kind of drawn to her. She's a bit of a magnet, but she's a class act. So it's all about nurturing whatever this new path is, Leo, in June that you're beginning, that you are so fired up on, that you have this grand idea about, I think, and are celebrating it as well. And it's all about nurturing that, putting the action behind it so that it doesn't fizzle out and actually begins to grow and manifest, which is what it looks like June is about. And this is something to do with your future that you're working towards or building on. And it looks like you're going to have some additional support as well, because right next to that, we have the Queen of Cups followed by the Page of Cups, another messenger. This time it's the Page of Cups, and since Cups is governed by water and it's all about emotions, feelings, and love and relationships, this could be a message of love, a message of emotional support, something that makes you feel very happy. We have the Queen of Cups here, which I am feeling as a person in your life, Leo, someone in your sphere or who will be coming in June. But I feel like for the majority of you, it's somebody that knows you, that you know already, that's kind of being a real source of support or is offering extra emotional support or is a partner with you or a real source of support. For some of you, this is going to be your romantic partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be a close friend. It could be an aunt, an older female, a mentor of some kind, or just your partner in this. But somebody who's particularly on this new path, a real good source of emotional support and feedback. The Queen of Cups, she's reached the top of her suit, the mastery of her suit, the culmination of all the best and positive traits of the suit of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is a very emotional individual, but not in an uncontrolled sort of way. She's a queen. She's reached the mastery of it. So she's in touch, in tune with her emotions, but very grounded in them. She's able to access them and utilize them to help herself and other people, but not be completely controlled by her emotions. She's very um, loving, very supportive. She always knows the right thing to say. Again, a great source of support. She's also very spiritual, very intuitive individual as well. And some of the advice attached to the Queen of Cups would be to trust your intuition in this and trust in your own connection to your source of divinity, whatever that may be for you. But I'm feeling it first and foremost as an actual person in the month of June, Leo, that will be significant in your life or play some major role on this new path in helping you and providing a lot of emotional support and love as well. And she is accompanied by the Page of Cups. So again, messengers, a message of what? Of love, of emotional support. I'm getting for some of you a family energy off of this. So I think maybe some of you are going to be starting a new business, going into a new business venture, or starting something where it's a family business, or there's some family members getting together to do this. And this support I'm seeing is family members or relatives of some kind. I'm getting a little bit of that. And I feel too, Leo, that for some of you, what you're doing in your life, this new path you're starting on, and everything, all the effort that you've put into just getting to where you're at, so you're able to begin this new project, this new endeavor of some kind. I feel like it's actually inspiring other people as well, and you may be a source of inspiration for younger people as well, is what I'm getting too. Okay, so moving on at or towards the end of June 2016, we have the Four of Pentacles paired with the Temperance card. So I feel, Leo, like some of you, even though this all looks very beautiful and bright and positive, it is new beginnings, and changes always come with new beginnings. And new beginnings also mean the end of a cycle of something else so that something new can begin. And sometimes while it's exciting and beautiful and positive, it can still feel a little overwhelming and a little scary. And some of you may be tempted. To hold on to an old way of thinking, or hold on to part of that old cycle which needs to go so that you can fully embark on this new path. We have the Four of Pentacles here. Pentacles, again, being governed by Earth. It's all about that earthly, tangible energy. And the Four of Pentacles is a card that represents holding on. Sometimes in a positive way, the advice can be to hold on or to be more temperate, especially since it's Pentacles. And for some of you, this is going to read that way, especially with the Temperance card being balanced. Pay attention to your resources and your money in the month of June. Make sure that you don't go too overboard in spending on this new path or putting resources into it. Again, channel that Pentacles energy and be practical and knowledgeable. Do your homework before you make any major changes or expenditures. But for some of you too, this can represent holding on a little too tightly, out of fear that you may lose what you've built up. Or for some of you who have lost a lot on the path preceding this, you may be holding on to your finances a little too tightly. Um, for those of you for whom this resonates, some of you this is going to resonate as a love relationship reading, because we have three wands, we have three cups, and two pentacles. So some of you this is going to be more relationship oriented, beginning a new path with somebody or taking something to another level. Again, I feel like some of you are moving in with each other. You're coming together with somebody else in a new environment. Some of you, the energy of the Four of Pentacles, interesting. I just got barraged with a whole bunch of different stories at once. The energy of the Four of Pentacles can also be advice that you may be holding on a little too tightly, or that you need to open up a little bit more, to step out a little bit more, to trust a little bit more in this relationship. Again, it's new beginnings, and the energy looks beautiful. And again, it's very future oriented. It's all about manifesting and building on some idea for the future with somebody else. It's either with somebody else, or you have or you have a lot of support on this path. For some of you, I'm getting this family energy. It could be, family business, or some of you may be merging families together this month, coming together. June and July are also traditional months for marrying. So for some of you, this could represent the joining of two families, which includes children. And I feel like there's a little bit of fear of maybe hanging on to old ways, old thoughts, or old patterns, because it's a little overwhelming. But especially that Four of Pentacles paired with the Temperance card, it's all about trusting, relaxing, finding your center, finding your inner peace, which is what temperance represents. Temperance is about temperance. It's about patience, moderation, holding opposite extremes in perfect balance and perfect harmony, no matter what is going on in your outer environment, because it looks like a lot of change. Whenever we're starting something new, and new path, it means something old is ending, and there's a lot of new changes, and that can feel very overwhelming, even when they're all positive. But whatever beautiful chaos is going on around you for the remainder of June, Leo, the Temperance card in the Four of Pentacles is saying to stay balanced, to stay centered, Don't be afraid of the changes. Go with the flow. Again, I feel like I got this for either Pisces or Taurus. Temperance, the Four of Pentacles is actually a lower echo of the Temperance card, both of which hold the number 4 in their numberings, Temperance being 14 and the Four of Pentacles being 4. But just go with the flow, relax, find your center. Don't be afraid of the changes. It looks, again, I feel like I'm saying the same things I said for, was it Pisces? It's okay. You're exactly where you need to be. There's going to be a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of, oh, let's do this and oh, let's do that. Go with that, allow it to inspire you, but still channel that Pentacles Earth element energy to make sure you're grounded about it, you're practical about it. Don't go overboard with it. You're building on your future. Whatever this new path is, whether it's in career and job or relationship, it looks like it has a beautiful potential. And there's a lot of excitement about it and celebration as well, because of course your crowning card was that Three of Cups. Celebration, socializing, being with people that you feel really good with, celebrating the culmination of something. Some of you, you're ending a whole bunch of effort you put into something. Something is ending and you're beginning this new path, and boy, are you excited about it. So go with it. It feels like the universe is saying you're exactly where you need to be. It can be overwhelming, but don't curl up. That's not in your nature anyway, Leo. So yeah, just remember to kind of stay focused and channel that Pentacles energy and the energy of the Temperance card, because it feels like there's so much excitement and enthusiasm and overwhelming energy that it feels like you could easily be kind of distracted and go a little overboard. So pay attention to that, Leo, because I feel like I'm getting a little distracted in this reading. So anyway, Leo, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. It looks like June's going to be a lovely, exciting, celebratory sort of month for you. However this resonates for you, you'll have to let me know. I would be interested in hearing feedback about that. And I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks when we do the July 2016 general readings. And in between now and then, I'm hoping to find the time to put out another set of short general readings about career and finance. So hopefully we can look for that. And if any of you are interested in a more personal reading, which of course would be tailored to you and your specific life and story, just click on the About sign for more information, and you can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. So until I see you again, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life, Leo, and I will see you soon. Bye.